Well, long story short, to give you a briefing of this video, we got these guys out here. None of this in this video. A bunch of this though. A bunch of this thing. But anyways, came down to making a nice little ramp here, just to get a bit of a run and give everybody a feel what the XMR 64 X series of the Am Mavericks can do. There's a lot of lame little jumps and at the start and stuff too, and had my boy in there too and took it easy, just getting to learn it and get the feel of it. Didn't want to go flying into the fence and whatnot too, but yeah, we didn't push it too hard this time. Towards the end the jumps get a little better, but other than that, we just touched base here real quick on the exhaust on this, and a little follow-up on that, and then a bunch of jumps. And hope you guys enjoy and see that this thing can fly around in the forest and do all this. We're not talking about dune jumps here, launching things and all that, but hey, it can handle this over and over and over, and it was lots of fun. And I know what it's like compared to an X3 up by hand, because we got one too. We've had a couple, and yeah, it gives you all the fun factor for sure. But the key here is tomorrow we'll bring the X3 back here and we'll bang them off next one after the other here, so and compare them to each other a lot more. But enjoy the video. Thanks guys. Subscribe and like. Thanks. Peace out. All right. We're gonna take the Sport XMR 64. You can see the 64 wider X models. It's a little bigger, a little beefier and all that. This is the XMR. But we're going to take this one out because in the backyard, last time we were ripping out the backyard, we did a little test on if you could flick the dirt and spin the tires a little bit. Does that 1000R motor do the trick or not? And then we're going to throw a little more info here on the fun factor, because what we did out there is we built a little ramp out back. So, well, before we finished the backyard and seed the grass and all that stuff, we figured we'd do it there. Give a little complete check on this guy popping up in the air and stuff like that, just to show you how that rips up and lands and all that. So yeah, we're gonna launch this a few times just so you guys can see how it takes off. It's not a huge jump, it's just something to show, guys. Like, I know, like to say, when you go to test drive, you don't have much to go on and much to see, and you got the YouTube videos with everybody riding with the first person view. That doesn't really help you out in a lot of ways. It's not often you're going to get somebody jumping out the vehicles and video and all the technical stuff as well, all the details like that. It's just usually kind of action shots here and there, which it's neat to see the articulation and how these guys all ride, right? So we're going to do that. We're going to get this sucker all going here. Get rid of the funny stuff going on here, but yeah, we're gonna get this ripping in the backyard right now. Let's go. And just a quick refresher too, because we have the Yoshi Exhaust in here. Yeah, a lot of people say, like, just want to give quick feedback. Is it louder than that? It's a funny thing. It's louder, it's bassier, it grumbles and whatever, right? It's got that nice throatier sound, a little more bass, but like I say, when you're in the cockpit, it's really actually not that much louder. Like, honestly, not at all. It's just one of those things where it's louder at the back, it's louder for the people following and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, you feel a little up front, but when you're just commonly riding the trails and scooting and booting around everywhere, by no means really is it louder. I mean, this is the old stock guy there right there, but just that one just purrs a little quieter and whatnot, and doesn't have that bassy that this one has. This one just kind of catches the engine noise a little bit better and whatnot, right? So let's start it up real quick, just so you know what I mean. Right. Like I say, it's got the pop, but it's more on the back. You hear it in the garage obviously more, but once you leave that area and you come up here, if you're not in the garage, well, it's so bad in here right now, it's actually making it sound pretty crazy loud. I'll back it up to see what I mean. All right, we're back. We'll try that again real quick. Hey, Lewis. We'll try that again real quick from out here, not in the garage or whatever there. So should be We warmed up and fine. We're gonna do a couple jumps and a little jump with the dirt bike. So nothing major here. We just, while it was here, right, we just scooped it up a bit, and before we finish what we're gonna do here, so we just built. Like I say, it's nothing, not a major jump by any means. Probably gonna bust down pretty quick, but yeah, it looks pretty small, but I mean, it should pops up there a little bit. We just don't have the biggest run at it. So if you look at it from down here, yeah, it's not too puny, but we'll just give you an idea how this jumps and pops up there, and pretty easy landing. Not like we're gonna get crazy speed. By the time you land, we got just enough room to stop over there. So if we're gonna clear it, I don't know if we're gonna clear it and get over the hump. Maybe, you never know. But I got a feeling it's a little loose at the top. You're gonna break down, but there's a good little dip there, so it might throw us up half decent. We'll see. Lucy, is that your pee? Do you take a whiz on my ramp? God. So yeah, here the Yoshi when it starts up. So when you're sitting in the cockpit, here we go. So I did this with the decimal meter. It's only honestly like a hair louder. It's a little more bassy. It's a different tone. But if you hear, like when you're up here, you don't really hear much. It's not a big deal. And then as soon as you kind of get around past the back seats, then it changes. Right around to the back, definitely changes. So it's not as crazy as a lot of people think. You know, kind of fears them away. But I still believe you can have nice sound like that without killing the inside of your vehicle. So you can still talk a bit and hear Mother Nature as you go. All right, so this was our tracks kind of made by the deer here, bringing in all the stuff where we're doing all the work out front too. So we can kind of wind her up once we get going and cruise it down and get some lift off there. So we'll see. We'll try a couple different approaches. We'll probably just start a couple, maybe do a couple from here, see how that goes, and see who ends up in the white shed first. Let young stuff try here. It's always fun to be in the air. It's always fun to be in the air. That was just a little flea flicker, so now when you come around, back it up and give it a little more. Yeah, if you keep this foot on the gas just a hair more, the engine brakes kind of stunt it when it hits the ground, but pretty fun, eh? Can't beat that. It's always good. I'm actually surprised. I thought that top of the ramp would have busted off and down by now, but it's still flicking me up real nice, eh? Old Steve-O fucking scooped out a nice little curve at the front. Alright, that's enough light playing around jumps. Now go get a helmet on. Okay. Dude, the grass, man. What are you doing to the grass? Okay, this time when you jump it, you kind of creaky claw really slow, and then you give it a little whoa right at the end. Try to give yourself a little more speed from further back without the super hammer at the end, and then it won't flick you as much. You know what I mean? Because you're having a nice higher speed, you'll float over better.
Okay.
Rather than at the end waiting till you're upright and then going woof.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's try that. So just get some speed. That's better. Get the big wind up here. It's gonna launch it or what? Or does it just look crazy? That was better. That was good. A little more flow. You had more even flow, right? Yeah. So give her a little more this time. Woo. Beauty.